Alright, so today it's July 2nd, 2025, and I'm one day late for the MooMoo challenge, which I'm officially renaming to the MooMoo 100,000 US dollar challenge, right? So if anyone is wondering, no, I'm not sponsored by MooMoo, it's just the platform I'm using to do this 100,000 challenge on. So obviously, if you want me to get a MooMoo sponsor, maybe you can hit the subscribe and also hit this bell button, right? I've been getting a lot of friends saying that, oh, I don't get notifications or whatever, and also hit the like button, right? So hopefully, if you guys all help me out with that, maybe I can even get a MooMoo sponsor soon enough, right? So yeah, since I've decided to make it like a permanent challenge or whatever, I'll probably make like 2 dedicated videos on this portfolio every month. And then I will also make a playlist, right? So people can really keep track of how the challenge is going and also whether we are on track to hit the 100K mark within 4.5 years, right? So where are we in the MooMoo challenge? Right now, I just added 1,000 US dollars. So if we take a look at the portfolio value, it's $17,181. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I'll be buying tonight as well. But we can see that it's a $3,166 profit at this current point in time. So if we do the math and we take 3,166 divide by 16,181, we can see that we are on a 20% return per year, right? And this obviously the whole year hasn't passed yet. This is only what a 3-4 month return, right? So I think I started this challenge 4 months ago where I added 10,000 US dollars, and then every month I'll add 1,000 US dollars, right? So I think at this point in time, the most important part is you go and play with this compound interest calculator and you find out what is it that I need to do to achieve my financial goals. So if your goal is to get 100,000 US dollars in 5 years, or this can even be Malaysian ringgit, right? It's really up to you what your financial goals are, right? So you can see that I put 10,000, I add 1,000 in, and in 4.5 years, if my return is 20%, the results that I get is 99,000, right? So obviously not quite the 100,000, but I just wanted to use a nice round figure, right? Because if I use 4.6 years, just doesn't look that nice, right? But basically in 4.5 years, you can get to 100,000 ringgit or dollars, right? So I do urge all my friends and also family to start taking a look at something like that. This is considered like a savings plan, right? So maybe some people might say, oh, I can't do like 20% return, so I will do 10% returns. So if we take a look, okay, obviously it's not enough, so we adjust the time period. Maybe this is 6 years. So let's adjust this. Okay, you get 10,000 extra. So in 6 years, if you save 1,000 every month and you have 10,000 as an initial capital, then you can see that you can also get to 100,000. And let's say if you're 20 now and you say, oh, 6 years is so long, I guarantee you if you don't start a plan like this, in 6 years, you have the same amount of money as you do now, right? Because we as humans, we are not set for all this kind of financial planning if we don't plan, right? Because we'll just spend everything that we have, and then at the end of the month, you have no savings, right? You cannot spend first, then save, right? You must save first and then spend, right? Because after you save that amount, you don't even think about that amount. Let's say your salary is 5,000, then you save 1,000, and then you have 4,000 to spend. We just have to adjust our lifestyle a bit in order to reach our financial goals, right? If not, we are going to be constantly thinking, oh, 5,000 is not enough. When I get 10,000, then I'll start investing. And then when you get 10,000, maybe you're already 30, right? And you don't have a nest egg saved up, right? So I think this is one lesson that I really want to drill into people who potentially haven't started investing yet, right? So next, I'm going to take a look at the thing that I'll be buying tonight. Which is wise, right? So you can see actually I don't have a lot of active management with this portfolio, right? Even though I pick individual stocks and I have about 10 names here, but I only take about 10-20 minutes every month to just take care of this portfolio, right? Basically, I'm not actively trading or anything, right? I just I add the $1,000 and then I buy maybe one of the shares that are here, or maybe there's something new, right? So obviously I have some advantage because I'm doing something for another portfolio and then I just import the idea here, right? But let's say you take 1 hour to research some idea, some product that you're using, right? Maybe it's your Apple iPhone. Maybe it's, I don't know, whatever aircon remote this is, or whatever it is, or whatever aircon brand you use, right? So things like that are easier, right? For me, it's going to be something that I use. This is Wise, right? And this is basically the platform that I use to fund my brokerage account. And this is why I really like this platform. I think they have the best fees, especially for Malaysians, right? I even have a referral link down below, right? So investing can be quite simple, right? Especially when you have a little amount of capital, you can do a lot of things that the big funds cannot do. And plus, when you have less capital, you don't need to like get everything correct, right? You just have to get the general direction correct, and then you will understand that, okay, if I get the general direction correct, then I don't need to worry about it that much, right? Because every month I just add 1,000 into the same stock, right? In fact, if I wasn't running a challenge for you guys, right, I'll probably just put like 4 stocks here or something like that, right? Then I don't need like so diversified. I don't need to research so much, right? Compared to if I have 10 or even like 12 names, right? So maybe that's a bit of a lesson for the newer investors, right? Because some people might think, oh, I need 20 stocks to be diversified. So if you understand like one share, like maybe Wise, I would be comfortable putting my whole account into it, right? Because at the end of the day, if I lose the 10,000 or the 12,000, then yeah, it sucks, but I'll just take like a year or half a year to recoup it, right? So I don't want to get too deep into all this portfolio allocation and all, but I want to hammer home that this is the most important, right? Starting early, as well as look at the important part. It's not really the compound interest at first, right? Because if you take a look at the total contributions versus the future value, the total contributions is 82,000 and the future value is 110,000, right? So obviously when I run these numbers, I'm using the index return, which is 10%, right? And you can see that 30,000 of it came from profits, yes, but most of it will have to do with your savings rate, right? And this is especially important when you are starting out, because your savings rate will by far outpace the returns that you can get or the interest that you get or whatever it is, right? Because you're starting from a low base, right? Eventually, when you get to like hundreds of thousands or like millions, then obviously your additional will not affect it that much, right? Because let's say you add every month 5,000, compared to $1 million portfolio, it's really not going to make a dent, right? So the last part of this video, I really want to do a small update on my HIMS position in the main portfolio, because I don't want to make a separate video, right? Which is that I actually trimmed my HIMS position after this huge drop, right? Because at one point in time, actually in my main portfolio, my HIMS position got up to 50% of my portfolio, right? And this one day 35% drop really kind of like shocked me a bit, right? So now I have moved it back to a normal weightage, which is about 10 to 12%, I think. So the reason I did that is to help me manage volatility, as well as another thing is there is more risk on the table now, right? Because this 35% drop in one day was due to Novo Nordisk coming out and saying HIMS is doing something illegal, right? So while I don't believe they're doing anything illegal, I think their lawsuit risk is back on the table, and I really do have to manage my position size. Oh yeah, so for the end of this video, let me just quickly convert my money into USD. Actually, I find this quite fun. So yeah, I converted it into USD. Okay, you guys can't see my password, so this is fine. So yeah, now I have 1,016 USD, which I will use all this money, because my plan for this portfolio is to maintain fully invested at all times, right? Not to see, okay, how can I time the market the best, right? So yeah, that's about all I wanted to share today. If you did enjoy the video, do help me smash up the like button, hit subscribe, and also hit the bell button. With that being said, have a fantastic day ahead, and peace out.